Welcome back, my children, to Magick-Kool Aid, and you're probably wondering who's next. Well, the answer is Mr. Bob Larson, aka the real Exorcist of YouTube. This segment on his channel is called Ask the Exorcist. Are demons sexually attracted to humans? Now, those of you who are familiar with Pope Abawa, my pet demon who sodomizes my enemies, you'll already know that yes, demons are sexually attracted to humans. Bob might have some things to add. Let's take a look at his channel. Bob Larson confronts a Civil War curse of murder. Okay, yeah, he breaks a curse. Ask the Exorcist. Isn't exorcism all a big lie of demons to distract? That must be interesting. Here he confronts the voodoo spirit of Shango. I'm sure that's real. Exorcist Bob Larson confronts Jezebel and exposes the demon. Faces 5 generations of demon death. Blah, 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 fucking blah. This guy just constantly exorcising demons. I feel so bad for these people who have been wrapped up into his crap, who actually believe that he has spiritual powers. So that's why we're going to watch his video. Bob, you need some love and tolerance. I'm going to give it to you. Before we do that, let's take a look at your comments. Oh, you don't have any. That's strange. How does a guy who has 19,857 subscribers, 1,734 views, and 28 ratings not have any comments on this video? Not one single comment in all the 1,734 views? Not one single comment from any of your nearly 20,000 subscribers? And how is it that out of so many subscribers you only have 28 ratings? Could it possibly be that you're using a service such as Like for Like or some kind of social media exchange to inflate your numbers, Bob? Could that be what's going on here? We'll just ignore that patheticness for now and we'll watch your video. Ask the Exorcist who inflates his numbers on YouTube, because no one cares.
An anonymous individual from far away.
You heavily remind me of Third Eagle Books. I just want to get that out of the way.
In the country, not the state, of Georgia, the city of Tbilisi, has this question. Do demons have a sense of beauty? Can they be sexually attracted to humans?
You're about to find out, Bob. Pope Abawa, I think you know what to do, buddy.
Very interesting question.
And actually,
Demons
Azazel,
are
you can
depraved.
get on top of this too.
They dwell in darkness. There are no boundaries to their evil. They're beyond the comprehension of any human being concerning the depth of depravity.
Okay, so demons are beyond the comprehension of any human being concerning their depths of depravity. So why not ask this guy about them? Because he's clearly not a human being, and he does understand the depths of demonic depravity, hence his being an exorcist. Bob, could it be that you yourself are possessed by a demon? Could it be?
Having said that, can they recognize beauty? Of course they can.
Yeah.
They can see the creation of God and the beauty of his world and his...
Wouldn't a demon believe that ugliness is beautiful and that beauty is ugly? I mean, I'm not exactly the demon whisperer, but if I was a demon, I'm pretty sure that's the way I would choose to go.
Universe, just as human beings can. They just don't want anything to do with it. They want to destroy it. They want to defile it, but they recognize the beauty of it.
Right.
That's one of the reasons I believe we see the arts so often corrupted.
Yeah. The arts would be less corrupt if they were just statues of Jesus Christ suffering on the cross and bleeding out his life. That would be not corrupt. If we just saw that everywhere, we would all be much better as a society. It's not demonic to use this as your image for salvation and beauty at all. In fact, the image of a suffering, tortured man bleeding to death while his hands and feet are nailed through planks of wood is so beautiful, Bob. It makes me tear up inside just when I think of how beautiful that is. It's definitely not a corruption at all. It doesn't seem like demons would put forth this idea of suffering as beautiful. Only a real Christian whose heart is full of light and good would claim that this is a beautiful image.
True artistic expression represents the beauty of what God
has created. Your phone number? Whoa.
The order.
That's his phone
number,
number,
the meaning. The love that is expressed through it. And it's why in art you often see depravity as part of the process.
You know, Art is about reflecting human life, okay? In human life, there is depravity, there is suffering, there is torture, and ignoring those things and pretending they do not exist in no way makes them go away, Bob. You have to actually acknowledge that they exist. You have to put people's eyes upon them and say, look at what we're allowing to happen. That's the purpose of showing depravity in art, okay? Yes, there are people who, they just love depravity and it turns them on for whatever reason. You know, people who think that the Bible is perhaps the true, legitimate, literal word of God. I would say they're very depraved considering some of the things that God tells people to do in the Bible. But that's all neither here nor there. You see depravity in art because art is based on real life, okay? That's why you see it. And all you want to do is sweep it under the rug. You can only show the scenes of depravity that are approved by people in the church, such as yourself, the scenes of suffering that I mentioned with Jesus Christ. You don't think the movie The Passion of the Christ was a depraved, sinful showing of depravity? Because it's pretty gross. But I bet people like you think that it's necessary to show that horror to everyone.
Now, it's the same whether it's a painting, a sculpture, a musical performance. So demons recognize the beauty, they just want to make it lacking in beauty. They want to make it dark.
Why?
The other half of the question is rather interesting. Are demons sexual?
Why do demons want to make everything dark, Bob? Why? They're just like trolling God? I don't understand why a demon would give two shits about what a human chooses to do. You understand that humans are responsible for their own actions, right? I mean, you probably don't understand that. You're one of these people that tells everyone, you're not responsible for your own actions, demons are. And if you give me some money and attention, and if you pretend that I'm an exorcist, I can help you to pretend that your own self-destructive instincts have disappeared. Self-destruction is a part of the human DNA. We all self-destruct. It's not demonic forces, okay? And if you continue to tell people that outside influences are responsible for their caving into their own dark desires, people are never going to defeat those things. They're just going to bury them and suppress them and keep taking this placebo of a false god that you and people like you are pushing down the throats of everyone here on the planet Earth. You're not helping people. It's the same as these fake shamans like Patrick John Coleman. All you're doing is you're taking people who are prone to mental illness, paranoia, who have low self-esteem, and you're saying, if you just put your faith in me, I can feed you enough bullshit to where you forget how fucking low you are and how disturbed. It's not right, Bob. If you really want to help people, you need to tell them the truth. Their problems are a result of their own psychological patterns that they continuously feed. And telling you that you can save them, that you've cleared the demons from their head, is in fact just an evolution of the same pattern that made them crazy to begin with. And you know it, Bob.
Why? Are they interested in the sexuality of human beings? My book, Jezebel, book. Defeating Your Number One Enemy, has a chapter
hot seller
on the centuries-old controversy of the Nephilim. The idea...
There is no centuries-old controversy of the Nephilim. Most people know it's not real. It's not like there's a lot of people debating what the Nephilim mean in the Bible. In case you haven't realized, the vast majority of people know, including Christians, that the Bible is mostly bullshit. And the parts of it that are actually historically accurate have also been heavily edited and engineered to make us believe certain things that are not actually true. What we witness with people like Bob, this is the tail end of a movement, okay? Christianity has nearly milked all of the stupidity that it can out of the West. And then you have grifters like Bob, and they go, I'm going to go for the lowest common denominator and get every last drop of stupidity out of these people before it's too late. I'm going to sell books about the Nephilim. I'm going to tell people I can cure them of demons. That's how I'll elevate myself in the end. But you realize, Bob, you're not going to be remembered well. People like you are going to be remembered as nothing but opportunists who latched on to the coattails of a dying movement, and you just tried to get everything out of it you could. You lied to people, you scammed them, and you misled them, and you made their mental problems worse. You are really a drag on society. You're a parasite.
That there were giants of old, there were watchers, there were hybrid beings. And these beings,
there were not,
part demon, part human, were the result of...
Where are their bones? How come we have dinosaur bones, but we can't find any bones of giants or Nephilim? Where are they? Where's the scientific evidence that this occurred? And if scientists are hiding it, why wouldn't they hide the bones of the dinosaurs? Because that disturbed the pre-existing status of science and society when they were discovered. So why not hide those things as well? If it's so easy to hide the existence of something that was once a prevalent species on the planet, I would start there.
Demonic human cohabitation going back to Genesis 6. Now, I'm not going to go into a detailed explanation of that here.
Please don't.
You can read it in the book.
No thanks.
And we talk about it in our...
School of Exorcism, and he's the founder. You can pay this guy to go to his school and he'll teach you the bullshit art of exorcism so that you can also prey on mentally ill people and that you can also make them even worse than they were before they came to you, both financially and psychologically. But the fact is, even the people who go to this school, they're not exactly predators like you are, Bob. They're actually your prey too.
International School of Exorcism. But the point that I wish to make here...
Let's just give this one a big fat skip. Get to your point.
Aspects of our humanity. Corinthians tells us that they can be transformed into angels of light and appear amazingly beautiful. They want to corrupt beauty. They recognize beauty. It isn't that they are sexually attracted to human beings. It's
How
that
could they be if they're not
want
real?
to use sexuality to bring about the destruction of one of the most beautiful and sacred aspects of our humanity.
Which is?
Our sexuality.
So demons want to use sexuality to corrupt our sexuality. That's what you just said, Bob. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit, okay? Because it's stupid, and you know it's stupid. How can they use something that is inherently a part of our nature to corrupt a part of our nature? It doesn't make sense, okay? You may not like what is natural, but if a human engages in a behavior, a human being a part of nature is in fact committing a natural act, no matter how indecent you may view it to be. So how can you corrupt sexuality by using sexuality to corrupt sexuality? How? And why would a demon bother? Once again, humans are inherently sinful if your Bible is to be believed. So why do demons need to push us toward this sin? It doesn't make any sense that God would even let them. If God gives us the choice, then why would he allow demons to stack the game against us and push us toward the dark side? Is God cruel? Is God intentionally creating a trap for us to send us to hell because he hates us so much? There's so many things you can deduce from the behavior of your supposed God. And you, supposedly one of his prophets who is spreading his message, just saying all of this counterintuitive crap to people, things that are confusing and contradict each other. Why should we believe someone who can't even maintain credibility within a single 8-minute and 45-second video? Why would God make you his speaker?
Fascinating question.
Why would God make you his speaker?
Fascinating question.
But keep in mind, all demons are unregenerate. They come
Unregenerate? Is
to
that even a
lie,
word?
steal, kill, and destroy, as their leader does.
Okay, tell me one demon that has ever killed anyone. Tell me. Demons can't kill people because they're not real. And they can't be sexually attracted to people because they're not real. Demons are simply a metaphorical manifestation of our own darkest, suppressed desires as human beings. Bob, snap out of it. I want to say one good thing about you. Your video is framed well. Now I need to give you some good advice. Stop lying. Stop spreading this false gospel. Stop pretending that you can cure people of demons when you yourself act like a demon. And delete that channel. Do it ASAP, okay? I don't know if I'm done with Bob, but I am done with Bob for now. So we're going to move on to the next segment, guys. And I'll see you on the other side of the break, okay?